It'd be wild.
Jeremy and Steve's response: "That would be fantastic. That'd be a nightmare."
Oh, doing.
Encapsulated in a moment.
It's still trying to kill itself.
Is it?
Oh, now it's running.
All right, refresh your
I'm not
browser.
gonna obsess over.
Hello, everyone. Refresh.
I'm taking the helm.
What are we talking about? Walruses.
We're talking about monsters in Castle Zagyg.
Oh, my favorite subject in the whole wide world.
So to answer the question, no monsters and treasures of Air are in Zagyg.
No, and I've tried to keep it really kind of pure to what he put down, because if Gary wouldn't have access to this book because it was written after he passed,
right?
So none of those monsters would appear. A lot of OD&D stuff though.
I'm really kind of liking this. So Grace, can you put a poll together?
Yeah.
Maybe either on Backpit and here about a stretch reward that has a monster book. I'm kind of liking this. It would allow us to shrink the 5 volumes a little bit by pulling the monsters out and putting
Yeah,
the
the monsters all have their own appendices right now for each one.
Yeah, which is good. Is good, but it might behoove us. And I need to get a handle on how many monsters we're looking at so I can get art. We're making it's going to be a lot. 60
monsters, more than that.
You think more? Okay.
I mean, just in Yigsburg, there's a mountain. In Yigsburg alone, I think there's like 30 monsters.
Oh wow, okay.
It's all giant animals, but it's like a giant clam and a giant otter and a giant turtle and
we've hit
giant
50K.
Nice.
That was fantastic. Thank you, everybody, for diving on board.
Question: where would you set Yigsburg, Eastmark, Castle Zagyg in Aird?
We get this question every time we have a Castle Zagyg stream, and I waffle on this every single time because Yigsburg is actually a town in Gary's mythology is actually a town that's south of Greyhawk. So you have Greyhawk City. You go down. What is the river that goes down? I can't remember. There's a river.
Oh, I just know the near Deve, and that's not.
I can't remember. So I'm gonna have to pull up a map. So you have 2 rivers that come together, and Yigsburg is right there. And Yigsburg actually services Greyhawk. So people go to Yigsburg. That's where they drop off their trade goods and all that crap, and then you cart it on to Greyhawk. But I kind of settled in on this Corellia region right around in here, which is in the Central Kingdoms and the Ursel Main, between the Elet and Slate rivers, and then putting the castle itself up and into the mountains there, which I believe are the Bald Mountains. That's kind of where my most recent, this is where it should go, thought process is. But the problem that I have with that is you have to be really servicing Greyhawk, then has to become the city of Avignon, and the distance doesn't quite work out. So it's a struggle because I really want to keep you have to keep the confluence of the rivers for Yigsburg. You absolutely have to. So I struggle with whether just abandoning the idea of Greyhawk of being the bigger picture here. And it's called Dunfalcon for those of you who are familiar with Yigsburg. In Yigsburg, Yigsburg is near to Dunfalcon,
which is a cute name.
Yeah, it was just Gary's. He couldn't use Greyhawk, so. Yeah. Dun is gray and Falcon is sort of like a hawk, so
you squint. Yeah, it kind of works.
Yeah, it works. To be honest with you, aside from this nostalgia value, for me as a gamer, the name Dunfalcon is better than the name Greyhawk.
Really?
Yes, Greyhawk to me it got this huge nostalgic blah blah blah. But I ran Greyhawk campaigns for 20 years and never once went to the city of Greyhawk. Maybe
it's never been sufficiently detailed.
Yeah, so we just did other shit around it. So Greyhawk to me is like the campaign setting, but as a city name, Dunfalcon I think is pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
The Castle Keeper says, Chuck, he says, All In Caverns, Volume 5 has no PDF. I'm not 100% certain what he's talking about, but I will assume.
I'll look at it and see.
I'm assuming that
you reward details.
I know, Lando. I knew someone was going to come at me with this. I know there's a Greyhawk City box set, but Gary did not write that.
Does it cover Greyhawk though?
It covers the city. Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's like
Is
two
that the
or three
red
volumes.
Is that the red
No,
box?
that's from the Ashes.
Okay.
That's all post Gary stuff. It's got like a guy on a griffin on the cover or something like that.
I don't think I always use the folio, and I don't think I ever switched. I remember buying. I didn't buy it. Davis bought it, and I took it from him. The red box set, the Ashes, the From the Ashes thing. But the only thing I used in that was the monsters.
Well, from the Ashes would have been in the early '90s.
Is that one? I can't. I have no memory.
There's the one with the golden frame with like the guy the knight on the horseback. Is that what you're thinking of? The castle in the background.
Red. Yeah. That one. Yeah.
Yeah. That's just the Greyhawk box set. I forget.
Oh.
It's got a name.
That's the one. And Todd got the red one. I honestly can't remember. It's been too long.
The Castle
But that's
Zagyg box sets are cooler.
They are infinitely cooler.
Just putting that out there.
And you really, and it's a beautiful segue there, Grace, but you're actually spot on. Greyhawk is a setting, and Castle Zagyg is really exploring Gary's mind as a gamer. When you get into the actual levels and you read those levels and the craziness that was in there, he didn't play the game. Like if you sit at my table, it's very, it's just heavy story, and you sit at Davis, it's heavy, would just struggle. I would define Davis's games as just a fucking struggle. But Gary's work, there was a lot of, one of the funniest things I've ever witnessed, we were at Game Fest in Milwaukee. It's going to be about 2006 or 5 or something, I don't know. And we'd set up a booth next to Gary's booth. And he was sitting at a table, and he was running the table. Peter Bradley, art director, was at the table playing with him. And I just happened to be walking by. I don't know the context of what happens, but all I remember is that Gary says he casts magic missile on you, and someone said something, and Gary goes, "Boogity, boogity, boogity, boo." It was so funny.
It's a game.
It's a game, right?
Yeah.
So it was just so not what I was expecting.
Oh,
but
yeah. Well,
Zagyg, you get a little bit of that.
there's a total touch of like, it never winks at you.
Yeah.
But it's very comfortable in the fact that it knows this is a game.
Yeah.
It's very, very comfortable with that, and it tweaks your nose a lot to kind of remind you that it's never a gag. I guess kind of it is a gag, but it's never like very subtle.
Yeah.
Yeah. When Ernie told me when he was a kid, so he's been a teenager at the time, it was more of a contest in those days. So they're doing whatever they're doing in Castle Zagyg, but one of Ernie's tricks was he had captured a bunch of monsters. He had turned them to stone and shrunk them, and he kept them in a pouch at his belt. So he would pull these monsters out, throw them at Gary's monsters, and dispel magic on it. So he had suddenly there's a Hydra and a Griffin and whatever, and I'm thinking, that's crazy.
That is, I did not know that story. That is such a funny instance of parallel thinking, because we have a villain in the dungeons that does exactly that.
That's funny. I bet you that's where that came from. Yeah, Ernie's passing last year was rough for a bunch of reasons, but for Castle Zagyg too, because he was old enough to have played in it and
he beat it. He beat it,
and he made it to the bottom, as Jeremy was saying.
Because Gary always marks whoever cleared a room with their initials, and there's a lot of E's running all the way down. And I went to the very last room. There's a little E there. Like, all right, Ernie beat it. Ernie got to the bottom.
It's very, very cool.
And I wish follow in his footsteps.
I wish I could ask him so many gosh darn questions.
Yeah, that's a great question, Grace. Who is going to enter Castle Zagyg and beat the only reigning champion to have conquered Zagyg, which is Ernie Geiger?
I can tell you now, it's going to be me. I'm going to beat Castle Zagyg, and I'm going to do it solo.
I think there might be like one or two other people that beat it. I don't remember. I remember E for Ernie.
Oh, okay. All right. So maybe there's 2 or 3 in there.
Sure. A fabled few, most definitely.
A fabled few. Beautifully said. There you go.
Nick and I are going to start a series probably this summer called Can You Solo Castle Zagyg? And he's going to run me through Castle Zagyg.
That'll be awesome.
Very much looking forward to it.
That's going to be cool.
I was really excited hearing him talk about the Arena of Death.
He hasn't even seen it yet.
Oh, then maybe it wasn't the Arena of Death he was describing. It's the one where there's a mage, 2 mages, I guess, and they shrink you down to miniature size.
Yeah.
And they put you inside of a mini dungeon.
Yeah, that's the Arena of Death.
That is the Arena of Death.
But they're not in the Arena of Death. They're in the dungeons, which is
Okay.
around the arena.
He was telling me all about it.
Yeah. That of everything I've worked on, the arena worries me the most because it's so crazy, because it was designed by a demented ogre mage for the express purpose of killing you in as spectacular fashion as possible, because you are literally entertainment. It's like Running Man.
The thing about it is it sounds really fun. It sounds like such a fun level. I just want to get there. Like hearing Nick describe it, it's like
Yeah.
you get shrunk down. They put you in a mini dungeon. You have to do it. And you have to survive, and you just have to get out of it.
You do not have to. There are ways to cheat it. There are ways that you can beat it without doing it properly.
This is news to me.
Yeah. There's. Well, I don't want to.
Actually, I don't want to know.
Yeah.
All right, Davis has surfaced. I'm going to get him.
Oh, gosh.
Trouble has surfaced as well. Trouble has joined. I'm going to get him to. It's the same stuff, right, Chuck?
I'm sorry.
Nick just
I'm
got
trying
home.
to understand
It's like, oh my god,
What'd you
it's my
ask?
dad's.
Man,
The link and password. I have sent the link and
it.
password.
Yeah. It's all the same. Yeah. Well,
there's
I'm
so
assuming
many.
people
There's
are
so
doing
many oozes in that dungeon. A monk would be a horrible choice.
Hey, in the Monk versus Ooze Battle of Ensmeet, it's Monk 1, Ooze 0.
Did you fight an ooze?
I beat an Ooze.
I don't remember that.
Something
really
fell on
happened?
me. Was it?
Oh.
Was it an Ooze?
Yellow. It wasn't an ooze. What was it? A yellow mold.
Oh,
It was
that
yellow
wasn't
mold.
An ooze.
Yes.
No.
Mold is
Well,
ooze in my mind.
Well, an ooze is like it's just a blob of acid. There's green slime too. If you touch green slime, you just instantly get turned into more green slime.
Oh, holy shit, Alcandar, thank you, buddy.
Will do, Varsuk. Will do.
There's a giant toad where if you touch it, you start having seizures.
Just like real life.
Just
Blaze
like real-
ass. Blaze the wolf dog ass. So watch the stretch goal to build castle things. So we're not
Roll immune.
we're not going to add anything to Gary's creation other than what Gary did.
He's talking about building it in
Yeah.
real life.
Oh, well, we had 5 acres. We could have started there.
Well, let's see. We'd have to dig a hole 2,000
Wait a
feet
minute.
deep.
I don't even think the castle is probably bigger than 5 acres.
The cat. That I don't know.
I'll bet you the castle is bigger than 5 acres. I'll almost. Where's Peter? Peter would know.
The castle precincts are huge. He did the isometric shot of it, and I was like, that's way bigger than I thought it was.
Yeah, it's flipping. Where is Peter?
Damn, we beat 60,000.
Heavens.
Woo!
Good heavens.
Do.
Good heavens.
Oh my gosh.
I need to put another add-on in the back for. Forgot about that.
What class is absolutely indispensable for Castle Zagyg? Who do you
Rogue.
need in your party? A
A
rogue.
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 Every goddamn door is locked.
I mean, a barbarian is a good alternative.
Well, excuse me.
Push it down.
Excuse me. A thief. Gary was very specific. He didn't want them called rogues, so they're all called thieves in all the CZ stuff.
Why?
But because they were called thieves when he made the game, and that's what he wants to call them.
That's nice.
So I've honored that desire. I refer to them as thieves.
That's fun.
Hey, Chuck.
Yes, sir.
I need to talk to you off stream for a minute. And I got multiple mics here, so I'm going to switch to my phone. I'm just going to FaceTime you, all right? And then I'm going to
Yeah, I'm
leave
like, Grace, where are you pulling this? Are you pulling this through video or somewhere else?
I've just got a screen capture.
Oh, vid?
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's
simple.
clever.
It's
Okay,
so direct.
that's good.
I'm recording my
Thank you.
screen.
Yeah, you're gonna want to walk out of the room, Steven.
Yeah. or
Yeah,
maybe
I
Nick or
got multiple mics, so
Yeah.
I'm
Let's
going
see.
to leave.
A cleric. You're gonna want a cleric.
something. Cleric seems good.
The
No,
wizard.
Jeremy's not drunk. No, he's not. Oh, shit.
I can be. Let's see what do we got here. Time is it? Nah, it's too early for that. If we get to 200,000 by the end of this thing, maybe
Well,
we'll
crack
cut this
one
a little
open.
bit. Yeah. barbarian, maybe, I guess. Like, ironically, a comp of thief, cleric, fighter, and magic user, you're pretty set.
Okay.
And then, you would do that at minimum, and then just bring in as many hirelings as you can. Be like, go into town and be like, we're going into that horrible dungeon over there. I'll pay you all 1 gold a day. Who wants to come? And if you can recruit 20 dudes, bring all 20 because you're gonna need them. As
cannon fodder?
Yeah, to carry. A lot of it's just gonna be carrying things. You're gonna want porters. You're gonna want a torchbearer. You're gonna want a 10-foot pole. Yeah, dudes with 10-foot poles. I mean, that was how the game was played. Your charisma score determined how many recruits you could get when you went to town.
Damn. All right.
And it also determined how willing they were to obey you. Yeah. So they're not going to follow like, hey, go wander into that pit of acid. They're not going to do that. But you can be like, hey, I really need you to hold this shield and bar the passage in case anything goes through or whatever like that. So a bunch of hirelings. An alternative might be to buy a whole mess of pigs. Just buy like 20 pigs and just cut them loose in the dungeon. Because they're going to trigger a lot of stuff, They're going to run over a lot of pressure plates. They're going to rouse a lot of monsters.
Who will win? The Mad Mage Zagyg or 20 to
200
30
pigs.
feral hogs running
okay, no.
into my unsupervised children?
There are so many rooms. There are so many rooms in his notes that are just keyed 2 giant hogs. I'm like, all right. I guess he never calls them pigs. He never calls them boars. They're always hogs. They're always hogs. And I was like, all right. Are we getting an echo? What's going on?
Are we getting an echo? I don't hear an echo.
I don't hear.
We shouldn't be.
You got too many tabs open. Close the. If you got.
I'm hosting the stream. I got.
No, not you. I'm talking to Ray. If you've got the backer kit open, it's playing through that too. So that might be what you're hearing.
Indeed.
Who's this guy?
Who's this freaking guy?
What the hell?
What the heck?
How you doing?
Where's my boss?
Where's my boss?
I left him right here.
I left him right here.
What's going on?
God, I have to resist the urge to incorporate stupid stuff like that. I never do. But
hey!
Hello.
Ahoy!
Ahoy!
They traded me in for they traded Steve in for the
Well, welcome. Get closer to the microphone so we can hear you. If you don't mind.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
See my eye. Did I tell you what happened?
No.
You got a black eye. You got a fight. You were in a bar fight.
No, I got into a fight with a bungee cord.
You were at the pool hall cheating.
That's what happened, Davis. That's what happened.
He's cheating.
No, I got into a fight with a bungee cord.
Did it snap at you? Oh,
It didn't feel good. It didn't feel good. Hold on, I've got pictures. The people my bloody eye and plugged in.
Like I said, we need to have a side view of the dungeons and put things like a 747 or an M1 tank in some of the bigger rooms to get a perspective. Are the dungeon rooms bigger than an M1
That
tank?
would be fucking cool.
Almost all of them. They're huge. Most of them are bigger than like a typical apartment.
Jesus. Damn.
Got me pretty good.
What were you doing with the bungee cord?
Yeah, I was trying to. So we rearranged the mailroom, and I was trying to make sure the computer wouldn't fall, and the bungee cord stretched across the snap and
Ooh.
No, you're good. You're good.
I think that I'm just gonna. I don't know. It's a thought. Quit rearranging the mailroom. It's like it's a weekly occurrence up there. Just
always make it
I
better.
will be right back, you guys.
Joe's stuff is done.
Yeah, Ray. The scale on the maps is 10 feet per square.
Labels on it. I don't.
10 feet per square. Can you imagine if you were building a dungeon though? How big you would make it? You'd be huge. It would be humongous.
Oh yeah, there's rooms that are 60 by 80 feet. It's like that's bigger than most barns. That's enormous.
Yeah, no. Well, you think of the Colosseum, and you could do rooms that big underground. Think of those salt mines in the Ukraine.
Yeah,
you could do huge rooms, and there'd be no reason not to.
Fella Mid, the Act 1 I'm still writing. It's most of the way done. But it will be delivered when I finish with it. But a lot of that material you can also get through the Act 1 backing, I believe.
That would be hard to map. The scale would have to be a little bit different.
Some of the maps in the original map book were marked 5 feet per square.
Okay.
If you can DM me what was, please. I'm gonna assume that was just a labeling error because everything I've seen is 10 foot.
I seem to recall there were some 5-foot corridors.
That I haven't seen any. I don't. Probably inside the tower, I would guess, because that's like a living space.
Could be. I can't remember. Beyond the pale for me. I haven't looked at that in a long time. You're the one who has eyes on it, Jeremy.
I know. It's all my problem now.
Yep. Are you having fun with it?
I am, in a way. There's just so much of it, you know.
Yeah.
The real challenge. What?
Go ahead. But it's fun writing the dungeon rooms, right?
It's fun when they're not the same thing.
Yeah, I know it can be tedious, but yeah.
Well, the real challenge is trying to come up with fresh ideas, because like, you know, the one thing it should never do is be repetitive, like ever.
Right.
And because you know, a good joke is not funny if it's done twice. If you're going to repeat, it better damn well be done 3 times, because comedy comes in threes. So it would not be something to just incidentally happen twice. It would have to be intentional iteration where the third one's the punch. But you know, just trying to keep it really, really fresh and novel gags is a challenge.
It is.
But you know, go ahead.
All the dungeons that have been done out there, you know, as well, coming up with unique takes on things like that. It's getting. I would imagine it's demonstrably more difficult with each passing year.
Oh well, yeah. There's no new ideas, obviously. But like mostly, I'm just hewing to what Gary wrote. His traps are not often explained, so he'll just be like T circle, and I'm like, okay, there's something here.
Yeah.
What is it? And so that's where I have to get a little inventive. But
we don't have a traps book. I'm not a big traps guy.
No, I'm not either, unless they serve some sort of like larger thematic function.
Yeah.
Because the ultimate rub is that, especially in the modern day, a death by trap is not heroic and is not satisfying. So, if the trap could menace you in some other way or just disadvantage you, I think that's much better. One of the traps I really like that Gary outlined is a series of gas traps that just affect you with confusion or weaken you or make you go to sleep. So it's wasting your time or your agency for a little while, or you know, it turns your primes into secondaries and it just like saps you of ability for a little while. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking about all the characters who have died over the years in traps. It doesn't bother me at all to die in a trap. I don't really care. I don't think it would bother me today if I were doing a dungeon crawl. In fact, I mean, it's part of the expectation, I think, of doing a good dungeon. From my perspective, and this would be my perspective, doing that dungeon crawl, traps are part of it. You know,
they're part of it. Yeah, it's part of like crisis management. It's navigating hazards, identifying them. I think the best traps are where all of the cards are laid out on the table to start with. I can clearly see it. I can see like what it's going to do to me. I just don't know how it's going to happen. But then I modulate how I behave in its presence, trying to anticipate what the trigger is. And then suddenly you've got this interesting scene where you're trying to, you know, circumnavigate some sort of peril.
What is the show? There's a scene in the show. Maybe it's one of the National Treasures or one of them where it's like this gaggle of people. I don't know. They come up to a hallway. They know the hallway is trapped, and they throw a few things down it to see where the traps are. Multicolored floor tiles, arrows come out of the walls. then they cross a bridge at the end of it, and they get to a door, and they have to figure out the seal on the door, and the catch or the latch is underneath the panel, or
I don't know.
okay, it's a really cool scene, but that would be exactly what you're talking about. They knew going in that it's a trap, and they had to figure out how to navigate the trap.
Yeah.
Successfully. Oh, they're just walking around, and suddenly an axe blade cuts you in half from out of nowhere. Is not terribly exciting.
Yeah.
But it happens.
It happens.
Yeah. But I think the random that got me, the random 10-foot holes every once in a while.
I like to think about like the contractor being like, "You want me to build what?
Yeah.
You want me to cut a 10 by 10 by 30-foot hole in the ground and fill it with iron spikes?
Yeah.
And then you want me to cover it?" It's like, "Yeah, just do it. You want me to do this 90 times?"
I have one of my dungeons. It's never been published, but one of my dungeons has a diary in it from the contractor who built the dungeon, right? And his diary is constantly complaining about what he has to do for the dungeon because it's ridiculous and stupid. And one of his biggest complaints is like, and I'm constrained by a certain length and width, and like I have to build in a grid pattern exactly,
It all has to fit in an aspect ratio of 8.5 by 11.
Yeah, no, it's really funny.
We've hit 70,000.
Oh my gosh.
You're rocking.
Yeah, I've kind of grappled with who the hell built that castle, because I'm tempted to just say Zagyg did with magic, but there's a whole level of bodies interned down there that I'm assuming it's like a Genghis Khan thing where they build his tomb and he kills everybody. Because who else is being interred down there? I don't know. I have to figure that out.
All of his victims. Oh, yeah. What would happen to all the people who went into Zagyg and died?
I think most of them get dissolved.
Oh, really?
Yeah. A lot of them get eaten.
But there's gelatinous cubes.
Well, there's a whole in each level. He is very specific on what the cleanup crew is. Like what giant insects and invertebrates and molds and slimes and things are there to clean up corpses. He's very specific about all that.
Dude, okay, you have got to put a room in there. I don't know. I think it'd be fun to build dungeons that like just totally like embrace the idea of the dungeon. But there's a mop room where like all the mops are, and there's buckets and stuff like that. And there's like a crew, and they have like uniforms and stuff, and they go through.
So I don't go quite that silly, but there in the storerooms there is a room full of mops.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute. Hey, Jeremy, the Castle Keeper has a question. You've answered this a number of times in previous streams, but today would be a good time to re-answer it. He says, I hope that Gary didn't go too silly like he did in Magic Mirror. That was nuts. So address this silly aspect, your ratio. You've got a great...
Yeah. So Gary gave me a rule. He didn't give me a rule. He gave, I guess, Steve a rule that I have tried to follow, which is it's actually a minimum threshold for comedy, which is at minimum one humorous encounter per level. I do not go much higher than that because, Greyhawk as a setting is kind of famous or infamous for its tonal inconsistency. It's just totally irreverent terror, heroism, subversive humor, like an equal not Cudgel. What's his name? I'm completely blanking on his name. St. Cuthbert. St. Cuthbert's tenets are that if he whacks you over the head with a stick, you'll stop having dumb ideas. Like, that's funny. And so like that's part of it, and we have to acknowledge that. But we have to walk this very particular tightrope because we don't want to fall into, because sometimes Gary could be very hammy, and people emulating him sometimes fall into the trap of being too hammy, like the TSR Castle Greyhawk release, which I don't think was done maliciously. I think that was just an honest overcorrection, because it's a very easy thing to do, to just be a little too hammy, and it's like a chemical X. It's like a super spice, like a tiny drop goes a very long way. And so it's the guiding light for me has been Leslie Nielsen in The Naked Gun. I think I've explained this a couple times. Where he's doing some he's doing some goofy stuff. He's being silly, but he never winks at you. He never gives any sort of metatextual indication that this is funny. He's very serious the entire time, and he's never going to wink. He never winks. And that's what I'm trying to... Like, I never want to be like, haha, isn't this funny? Something humorous will naturalistically occur, and I will not comment on it. That's kind of the line I'm trying to walk.
That's a hard line. Yeah, it's funny, but you mentioned Leslie
Very
Nelson.
hard line.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned Leslie Nelson because he does that throughout the whole of his comedies. He is deadpan straight laying it out like a straight up actor, but it's all hilarious. Yeah.
Well, it's him and George Kennedy and like all these guys were serious actors, and what made their performances funny is that they were these serious guys giving this total gravitas to objectively silly things. Now, Naked Gun and Police Squad and all that stuff is much more silly per minute than what I'm presenting. This is more like precision. Okay, now is the funny part, and just kind of meeting those out and making sure that they're sort of like they can't just be funny. They have to be darkly funny. There has to be some sort of sadistic twist to it because Zagyg is the demigod of cruel practical jokes. So it's almost never not at your expense.
Yeah.
And Top Secret's a great movie.
And Gary did have that sense of humor.
Well, yeah, I mean the Zuckers who wrote those movies those guys were from Milwaukee, so it's like that Wisconsin.
Oh, that's funny! I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah, not very, very close to Lake Geneva.
Interesting.
It's that Midwestern. It's that Midwestern sense of humor where it's absolutely anything for a laugh. There's like, anything can be funny.
Yeah, Fargo.
Yeah, Fargo.
Yeah.
Fargo.
Fargo does have a sense of... I mean,
it does have... Yes, it has a dark sense of humor. I agree.
Yes, it's a very dark sense of humor. Yes, I laugh every time I think of it, and then I'm like, this is a horrible story, but oh my God, it's funny.
But you like the characters, and they're entertaining, and it's amusing in a sick sort of way.
Yeah.
Kentucky Fried Movie. We're not going that far. Is that your buddy in the wood chipper?
Yeah.
Okay. Raise check signal down, please.
Okay.
Who was the actress in Fargo? I can't remember her name. The sheriff.
Oh,
she did so well in that movie.
Oh, I'm so ashamed. I don't remember. I can picture her face.
Yeah. That was really well cast. Anyway, yeah, that was a good movie. So, has writing on Zagyg then, has it, I should say, encouraged you, propelled you? Like, you want to do, okay. Do you want to do your own more dungeons now? I know we have one at least coming out.
I've gotten better at them. Repetition is, repetition, doing something repeatedly well makes you better at it. I definitely feel that I've improved over the past like 4 or 5 months of doing this. I don't know if I'll have anything left in the brain pan. Like,
well, that's actually a serious concern.
Yeah.
Okay, because it wears out. Though you're reading a lot of fantasy now, so it might like reinvigorate.
Oh yeah, I've written almost all of Appendix N. Prior to this, I had unintentionally been grooming myself for this assignment over the course of like 20 years. Is Yigsburg part of the backer kit, or should I buy it separately?
I don't know.
So Yigsburg is Volume 1. There is, if you just want that, that's on the add-ons. This campaign is for Volume 4 and 5, so you can add on Volume 1 separately, Volume 2 separately, Volume 3 separately, or you can add them all on as a group. So when you go in to make your pledge, choose your pledge level, and then go into the add-ons and add on what you will be in there.
Okay. Question: is this project written compatible with original AD&D, D&D 5e, or other gaming systems? It's written for Castles and Crusades, but something that Jeff did, which was very cheeky in the first one, and I've tried to follow, is he will kind of
fuck's
cue
sake.
you for Chuck. We can hear you.
I saw Grace's post. No, sorry, I'll go quiet.
There are little cues for what AD&D type systems to use. Like it's a Constitution save versus poison, or stuff like that. Kind of language kind of is retained throughout, and you can pick it up and run it with AD&D basically out of the box. You just have to flip the AC number.
Oh, Yigsburg is not called in this round. It's called the Citadel. So Yigsburg is the Citadel volume. Sorry, yeah, there's a little confusion there. It's called the Citadel Yigsburg, I think. But
You've seen Airplane. They're still talking about those Zucker movies. Funny stuff.
all right, so I guess we're in a holding pattern. Grace will wait because I can't see any easy way to fix that.
I'm leaving myself everywhere. Yes, I've been looking around for a way to do that, and I need some help from Lafia, so I'm gonna wait for an adult before I break anything.
If a hammer, baling wire, and duct tape don't fix it, then it's not.
We're knocking on the door of 80,000. This is crazy.
Jeez.
Doing fantastic.
What was the pace on the first one? Does anyone remember?
We're about on par. We did 250,000 first day on the first one. Now we started early in the morning. We started at like 9 in the morning. So this one's got slightly better. Slightly, starts late in the day.
Yeah.
So we'll get out.
Swap
Doing very, very well.
Question. New to CNC, but I really want this collection of modules. I chickened out last time you ran Act 1 through 3, so I missed the free PDFs of the core books. What is the most economical way to start getting into CNC without needing to wait for the PDFs and books that I can order in this campaign? I tell you what, you can get our player's handbook for free. It doesn't get much more economical than that.
That is true.
So they're saying, Grace, your audio is super low.
It is.
Let me unmute. Keep talking. Let me unmute.
I'm continuing to talk. I'm saying
It's
words.
It's fine for me, or loud for me. I don't know. I can't hear Jeremy now.
You're very quiet. You're very quiet in the.
Steve, did you read my message I sent you? Just so there's no confusion.
I'll put the links up on X for the free player's handbook and the free M&T.
She's very quiet, and Davis is extremely loud, so they can't even play with the volume to get it.
Oh, is mine not? Can I adjust mine here?
Oh, I forgot that, Davis. Let me fix yours. No, I can fix it.
Okay. Good on you.
Oh, yeah, I forgot all about that. Sorry.
There has been something kind of going on with my microphone, and I don't know what the problem is or what it could possibly be, but my microphone has been quiet.
Check your gain? Mine was doing this thing where it would just lower the gain constantly.
Just all move to Arkansas. We'll get a round table.
I ain't doing that.
Now we're talking. It would be worth it just to do all this stuff in person.
It probably would.
I just got done moving. I'm not doing that shit again.
Chuck, I sent you the other issue that we are. You see, okay, you're on deck now with that one. I can't find any, Grace. We can't find any way to fix it.
Here's the thing: the stuff with I blame Todd because everything with my microphone started acting up after that interview with Todd. It was fine before that.
We like to blame Todd a lot too because he's frequently not here, so we just blame him. It seems
Right.
Mighty convenient.
I was saying you can get the player's handbook for free.
Oh my gosh.
It's very economical here.
It is the 7th printing, so it's an older printing, but it's the same game.
Oops.
Everything runs the same, blah, 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 blah.
Sorry.
The language is a smidgen different between 7th and now we're on the 11th printing, I think. Because we DOGL'd it. We reforged it. But yeah, you can go get the player's handbook right now in our store. The Monsters and Treasure used to be free. I'm not 100% certain it's still up there, but it probably is.
I can't find it up here, but that doesn't mean it's not. It could just be somewhere.
Yeah, look under. If you just type in player's handbook, it'll pop up.
For free.
Fireplayer's Handbook, but not the monster book.
Oh,
I'll look for it. No, there it is. I don't know what it's labeled under. But yeah, that's the And I
yes.
the older trainings with the perks, so.
I'm putting it in chat now. So hey, start playing CNC for free, and then you'll be ready and an expert once Castle Zagyg comes out.
You'll be an
Oh,
expert.
I didn't think to tell you.
The and yeah, don't want to mince words about this campaign. It's 27 levels all told. Some of those levels have at least 17 of those. I think each have over 100 rooms. So at minimum, you're looking at 1,700 rooms, probably more.
So that's decades of gaming material.
We'll all be dead and buried. You'll still be in it.
Hey,
It's
80,000.
so much. It's so much.
Woo.
Yeah, so it's a level 1 to 5 adventure.
It's a breeze.
You want to be careful. You don't want to give those characters a fireball. You're going to start outpacing everything.
Do any of you have like a favorite level right now?
The Lost City, I think, is the coolest one. That's got to be like levels 16 or 15. It's really deep.
To Luthien, no, if you get the box sets, you get the maps as well. So just get the box sets and you're golden. Go ahead, Jeremy. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh no, it's cool. It's like a crumbling cyclopean ruin. It's like an ancient city inside of a giant cave that's peopled by these 4-armed ghoul-like creatures that breathe fire, regenerate as trolls, and can climb on walls like spiders. And in the center of the city, among the ruins, is this giant it's like this iron golem that's possessed by the soul of an ancient and extremely evil wizard. It's just like it's super pulpy, but it's super cool.
That sounds really fun.
Yeah. The one that's the Duat is also, there's like a level that clips into the Egyptian afterlife. And there's just like a minor part of the Duat is there. It's like there's pools of like liquid fire everywhere, and there's like fire.
Wait, so is this the Lost City of the titular The Search for the Lost City by Gary Gygax, which we gave away to everyone who...
No, but that'd be...
Well...
that Lost City is the city of Gaxmore, isn't it?
Yes, the Lost City of Gaxmore is actually written by Ernie and Luke Gygax, and that was all part of a bundle deal contract that Gary and I signed back in 2001. I don't know, a long time ago. And he wrote a little tie-in to the Lost City of Gaxmore. That's what that is.
Very cool. Rithwana asks, will the original notes from Gary be available at some point?
It's not up to us.
Yeah, that's not up to us. And if it was up to me, the answer would be no, because Gary did not want it.
Gary was very clear in conversation to Steve at one time and then to both of us at one time. He never wanted those notes to be seen by anyone.
Yeah, they were his.
Sorry, Gary, I have to look at them.
But we're just the publishers. We do what we're told and what we're allowed to do, and that's what we're doing.
That actually kind of opens up an interesting. So like. We've talked before about how we're trying to like maintain the integrity of Castle Zagyg and like keep it in line with Gary's wishes. Are there any other things like that where he had like an overt preference or a stated intention with something?
Not so much in Castle Zagyg itself. There were some guidelines for that, and then we got the manifest in the Bible that he was pretty clear on. But games like King's of England, Kings of France, he had some pretty. I've got all of his final notes. We were literally like weeks from sending that to the printer when he passed away. So there was color choices, arrangement choices, stuff like that that we were going to lean in. We will lean into now more, and I will not argue with him anymore.
It's a pretty fruitless argument, I have to say.
He's crossed the bar and is enjoying drinks on the other side. So
I was never privy to those color discussions, with the exception of this. Steve, I went over to Steve, and Steve came over. He's like, Gary's color choices are insane.
They were blinding.
I know. He has a palette from like the 1950s, some kind of like bizarre Picasso.
It may be challenging to find printers that can print that bright.
No kidding.
I'm out
No,
of
I
my own
will
heart.
say, and Davis, I know you will appreciate Jeremy and Grace you made. So back in the 60s and the 70s, when they made movies about the medieval era, they made them relatively accurate with color, as if the medieval era had color, and it did. It was extremely colorful. Yellows, and reds, and blues, and greens, and all of this stuff. Whereas today, very vibrant colors. Today, every medieval movie, it's this wedge of gray.
Gray and smeared with brown, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, man, the world was terrible back there. There's no color anywhere. And I'm guessing that's what Gary was thinking with this map.
And everyone who lived in the Middle Ages apparently was just covered in fecal matter from
Yeah.
head to toe 24/7. They never did anyone.
Yeah.
It's really irritating.
So hats off to Gary. We will bring back the colors for the board game.
Finally.
And very good news for all Gygax fans, but most especially for Davis. This morning, at long last, I struck up a conversation with Daniel Horn, who was a friend of Gary's.
Oh my God!
Yes, who did a lot of sculpting back in the day, and he did a lot of covers for early TLG work that was Gary Gygax, most specifically the Hall of Many Pains,
Yes.
which I have started negotiations to rebuy that cover so we can use that on Gary Gygax's Hall of Many Pains.
For those of you who don't know, just Google up Daniel Horn's artwork. Look at that artwork. It is phenomenal. Not only that, his sculptures are phenomenal. They are over the top good.
He was the one on the line to do the sculpture for Gary's grave before that got all
So is he willing?
whatever it is.
That's a good way to describe it, just vaguely gesticulating off screen.
Right.
Is Daniel willing to do more art?
I think, he definitely is. So we just need to figure out what we want to work on. And
I got it.
all right.
We'll create a whole product line just for Daniel.
I mean, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, kind of old school art. Easily.
So here's like the artist that I would really like. Just
Right.
so we can one cover from each of these artists. Daniel Horn, Barry Windsor Smith.
Yep.
Plug is dead, right?
I don't know. Is Mike Plug dead?
I do not.
I have no idea. Mike Plug.
He's alive. He's 85 years old.
I would die for a Mike
I
Plug
don't know
cover.
who Mike Plug is.
He did a lot of character designs for the Rankin Bass
Wizards.
he did a lot of character designs for Wizards.
Yeah, Wizards.
Really?
Yeah.
And the Warriors of the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, and he was like a horror comic artist, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Like him drawing, if you wanted someone to draw weird lumpy monsters, he's the drippy lumpy
Is the
monsters.
man
He's the
thing I'm
king.
looking at here? Yeah, that's the man thing.
Yeah, he did Man Thing, I think. He did a lot of comics.
Yeah, he did a lot of stuff.
We have a couple questions here.
Fire.
Werewolf by Night, I think.
Oh my God, yeah, Mike Plug. Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about now. Go ahead, Grace. Sorry.
No, you're perfect. Question: if we have lore questions about a land or kingdom, can we ask it in the Discord? Certainly, or you can ask it right here.
For sure. And I have still not forgotten. And today, maybe today, if not, it'll be tomorrow. I'm going to address the distances in the world of
A
air.
wizard did it.
So yeah, that's an air issue. But yes, for both Zagyg, all that stuff going to Discord, I swear I'm going to get better about getting in there.
And
The
then
distance isn't aired?
Do what?
The distance isn't aired?
Yeah, there's a whole
The mapping.
Yeah.
There's an incongruity in scales.
No shit.
It's fixed, but it's on a map that it should have been removed from.
All this is made up, guys. If it doesn't match, it's okay.
All right, Grace, what's the next question?
one more. Rithwan asks, any plans for Legendary Adventures? Yes, honest question. I love that game.
So yes and no. I mean, we don't have it immediately on the docket. TLG's pretty much gotten the rights to a goodly amount of Gary's stuff that he was working on, other than the Legendary Adventures. And the Legendary Adventures was, I don't know how much you know, but it was a fantasy game that we were close to releasing. but he had a space version, a horror version. I mean, it was like 7 or 8 different versions that we were working on simultaneously that were going to be kind of what's that? What does Steve Jackson Games put out? Is it GURPS?
GURPS? I don't know if they still support that.
Yeah, I have no idea, but so it's kind of like that. So you got your core and then all of this other stuff that comes with it. So Legendary Adventures is a huge thing, and we're not going to jump onto that until the GFW stuff, the World Builders Archive, is in people's hands, and Zagyg is well.
What would that even look? It would be Siege, I would assume.
No, it would be LA. It would be a
Really?
different role-playing game, which is against TLG's policy.
Yeah.
We don't do other role-playing games. However, it's Gary's, and Gary was very passionate about it. So we'll have to see. And the estate would have to release it, and I'm not certain that the state would even release it to us, simply because it would be competitive with Castle Zagyg and other stuff. And it's a whole thing. So
And then we'd have to do
it's a whole.
we'd have to extract a bunch of WordPerfect files, and
that would be.
then,
That's a whole.
then the technical issues would begin to.
So as much as we love LA, it's definitely on our minds, but it's not currently yet on the docket. The next big thing will be Hall of Many Pains and Core.
There's some cool stuff in LA. I'll go up to bat for that game.
It's a cool game.
A classless percentile-based system that somehow also has prestige classes is kind of wacky.
That sounds fun. I like a class system, if I'm being honest.
Pretty cool.
You like the what?
I like a classless system. That's kind of cool,
The crickets are hilarious. I don't see what's going on, but that's some funny shit.
Well, Grace,
Did I say
said
something?
that is the truth of it. There's no.
It's an opinion. You're gonna argue her opinion?
They're nice. That's
I
my
like class-
opinion.
Yes, I
Don't
like
be the
class
opinion
systems
basher.
This is the part of the stream where we live read the Carnelian Cube.
Oh God, I don't know if it's appropriate for that. I mean, it's written by L. Sprague de Camp after all, so
who knows? Who knows?
so he whatever his hyperfixation of the day was.
Yeah, right. So we are at 84,000.
God damn.
Are we going to make it to 100,000 today? Do we hit 100,000 today?
Yes.
I think,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think we did.
I dare say we're gonna hit 400,000 today.
Now that's crazy talk.
That's a tall order. Now, are you?
I think we can do
today
it.
wins? Are you talking about in the first day, 24 hours?
I'm talking about today.
All right.
24 hours.
If
I love
that
it.
happens, I'm gonna be having a conversation with Steven about my per word rate.
I think we can do it.
I shall consult the official Overstreet comic book guide from 1983.
Oh my God.
If we,
Why do you have that?
what would you all want from us if we were to hit
Why is it
400,000
sitting
today?
on my desk? I don't know.
So that's a great question, Grace. Ask that again.
What would you all want from us in exchange for $400,000 on this project today? What could we provide for
we give
$400,000
you?
today?
Autographed copies of the Carnelian Cube.
You get the Carnelian Cube. You get the Carnelian Cube.
Who's this motherfucker who keeps putting names on L. Sprague de Camp's books?
What's that from? You get a copy of you should do that. You get a copy.
Oh, this book is falling apart.
You open up the Castle Zagyg box set when it finally arrives, and it's just filled with Carnelian cubes.
It's like, what? What is this?
I don't know how. I don't know. We'd have to run expense sheets. I know shit that I would, if I were on that end of the receiving, I know exactly what the hell I would want.
What would you want?
Share with the class, Davis.
Yeah.
I would want like a poster. Like, okay, so we have the dungeon where it's like at the top and it connects all the levels down. We have that schematic.
Yeah.
I would like a wall length poster of that schematic.
Yeah.
That would be.
Oh, that would be cool.
With like a ruler for like 50 feet depth or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
10 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet, 40 feet, 50
scroll
feet.
work and everything like that. Make it really cool looking, not just like a.
Like an artifact.
Like a 10-foot tall, like, are you picturing like a full wall, like floor to ceiling?
He wants a wall scroll. He wants a scroll.
But like
Yeah.
to scale for like 10 feet.
That'd be huge.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, but you don't want to see. Yeah, something
You
like
could
that.
mark how tall you are as like in Castle Zagyg levels.
Oh, I measure to the Black Reservoir.
To buy that, right? Oh, how cool! Oh shit, that's a badass idea.
That'd be freaking
So you
sick.
buy that poster, right? And you leave it there, and you have kids, and
Yeah.
you like run your kids through Zagyg, and you measure because it would take you years to get through it, and you measure their height on the little scroll work, as they grow up. You know how you did it on the wall as you're growing up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Everyone has that wall with those marks on it.
I kind of
You
love
could
that.
have- That would
I
be
still
cool.
really think we should do the passport. I think that's
Yes.
because how much is it to make a set of rubber stamps?
I think a passport would be a great idea.
Yes.
You'd need 27 rubber stamps and the passport,
Yeah.
which might be expensive, but
for $400,000 on the first day.
Just don't order it through the government and it won't cost $1 billion.
yeah. Oh yeah, we put it next to like the Empire State Building and all this other
Yeah.
stuff to give it scale.
I don't know. I think cool things like that. Maps, a special set of dice that are unique to it. I don't really know what that would be though. You see some of those dice designs are really, really cool, like the dice inside dice and stuff like that.
True. Yeah.
Maybe a D20 and a D6, the D6 rolls inside the D20.
You know what you do? You just give him 3 D6s because that's all you're gonna get for generating those stats.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and I think loaded dice would be excellent.
DM Chris just found out that he's gonna be a pawpaw.
Oh, that's sweet.
Hey, congratulations.
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 So here's what you do: a D20 that has only 1s and 20s.
Yes. I think that's a great idea. Something like, I think those are great ideas.
And that's Zagyg's die because he just wants it
Yeah.
as chaotic as possible.
Right, exactly. And you're either going to succeed spectacularly or fail spectacularly.
Yeah.
That's it. And then you can put places in the dungeon where that's absolutely 100%. You have to roll that dice.
Mr.
I-
Blue,
well, I-
that is
I
a
might not-
great idea. Mr. Blue said passport or death stamps designed by someone like Errol Otis.
He would do great with
Yes.
those wacky icons. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great idea.
The ironic thing is that, speaking of from yesterday's conversations, Chimera Roost, the original cover for Chimera Roost was by Errol Otis.
Really?
Do we? Hey, send it to me. Do we have it?
I'll have to find it. I just remember Mac hired him. It was just before Mac left the company. Mac hired him. And I remember it's a blue troll getting zapped, if I recall.
I'll see if it's on DTRPG.
You got a never before seen Errol Otis original.
Somewhere around here.
You owe it to share it with the people.
Let me see if I can find it.
Now, I told you that Chimera's Roost showed up on my desktop.
Yes.
The InDesign did not show up. It was a Word file that showed up.
Of course.
It's a 20-year-old word anyway, whatever. Chimera's Roost. That's Peter Bradley.
I know an R1 would love to see a factions guide for the setting.
Oh man,
That'd be cool.
there's a lot. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them.
For 450,000. For
Yeah, that's the
500,000
latest
on day one.
Hey, you know what I'm gonna do?
What?
I'm gonna make Chimera's Roost active. It has not been active on DTRPG in forever. I don't know when we took it down, but we took it down
Long time.
a long time ago. I'm gonna make it active at $0 for the people on stream. You'll have to go to DTRPG to get it though.
All right.
Is that cool? It doesn't matter. I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
it.
Attention. Control Lord Steve and Grace check their signals. Thank you.
Oh, somebody got called to the principal's office.
Shut up.
In trouble.
Someone remind me though to take
90,000.
it down later.
Everyone here is gonna forget.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna be up there for free forever.
Yeah, forever until the end of time.
That's okay. Since we've been talking about it for 2 days.
Maybe like a sheet you know how there's like sheets of paper that are like adhered at the top or whatever, like a notepad almost.
Yeah.
Like a sheet of death certificates.
That would be cool. Yeah, that would be cool. All right, so who out there? All right, I know Kent and I had this for a while. Was the death wall, where a character died and we'd pin the character up on the wall, right? And it was just full of dead characters. Hundreds of dead characters are hanging on that wall.
Never mind.
Mostly it is. Did anyone else do that?
It was lots of death.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
It's probably just an ancient thing where we.
Hey, what's that old Shakespearean saying? A hero dies once, a coward dies 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Or something like that. No, my heroes died all the time. We're always dying.
But they all only died once. None of them.
That's true.
Rithwan asks, since I missed the first project, what extra or stretch goals from the first project is missing in the all-in pledge?
I think the all-in pledge, that's a Chuck question. I think
I have been summoned. Yes.
Yeah.
Everything's in there.
Yeah.
It's
the
all
content
there
improvements.
except I even listed in there like the golden ribbons, which is the thing, right, or whatever. But yeah, it's all in there. The only difference would be if you get the PDF version. You're not going to need the physical stuff, obviously, but it should all be there, I think. If it's not, it will be. And I think there's 24 items already in there before any stretch rewards. And we're about to hit, stickers? So that'll be a new one to add.
Stickers. We're giving away stickers.
Yeah. Yep. I survived or I died in Castle Zagyg.
We're
Good
about
stuff.
to hit stickers.
Stickers.
We are at 90.
Which means all my updating, I'll just have to go fix again right now.
See, I don't even know. Like, thinking back, I don't know that it's even like a death trap dungeon, really. It's just whether or not you're of appropriate level.
Oh, and if you bring enough food and torches, where he fucking saps all your resources away.
yeah. The thing that'll kill you is if you get all the way down and you didn't pay attention to how you get back out and you run out of light. Then you're just going to die. Like, just assume death.
Why do I feel like that's what's going to happen to us when you run us through it? I'm really terrified.
Yeah, I'm going to make you track your fucking torches, too.
He's like smiling.
I got to step out. Chuck, is it best that I just shut it off and I'll join later, or what? We good?
Yeah, we'll keep going.
Bye, Steve.
Bye, Steve.
Now that the boss is gone, let's take this shit off the reins.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, let's do it. Rock.
The Carnelian Cube. No.
Let me make my
Oh, God.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Carnelian Cube.
The Prison of the Horned Helmet. This thing's a nightmare to find.
Where'd Davis go?
I don't know.
Overhead.
Chuck, do you like these Death Dealer books?
Yes, they're all right.
The thing
Not
that
read
will
them
kill
yet.
you. Water features.
They're not bad. I mean, it's better than Kothar, but I love Kothar. So.
Well, those Kothar books are not great. Kyric is
They're
the
fun.
worst.
They're
Kyric is
fun,
much
like
worse
the
than
first-
Kothar.
They're fun for a little while, and then
Then they get old real fast, yeah.
same shit. It's like,
Yeah, it's just, oh, I gotta fight this wizard or something.
yeah, and I'm badass. I'm hot looking dude with a big sword.
I've
that I
got
can't use
my
any
sword
magic.
Frostfire.
This doesn't
Yeah,
sound
Yeah.
I
so
can't
bad.
keep any gold.
It's just,
Say what?
just dime store trash. It's fine.
Oh, no, it's good. That's why you named yourself Kothar.
Yeah, it's my namesake, yeah.
Yeah, so
I
good
admire
shit.
that it's
Grace, he
dime
has
store
this-
trash.
he has his sword that's magical, but
Mhm.
the only way he can keep it is if he doesn't keep any gold or any treasure anytime. And so, of course, everywhere he goes, shit's laying everywhere, and he's always like battling with, I'll just take a little bit, and that kind of
Yeah.
Pretty fun. Oh my god. It's good stuff.
Gabrielle asks, question for Jeremy, what obscure fantasy book would you recommend for reading?
Let me go find some.
Yeah, he's got plenty.
You've cracked open the floodgates now, Gabrielle.
I'm gonna bring
Hey,
a big
Davis.
stack of shit.
Welcome back,
Hey,
Davis.
Can you drop that link to the Kimmer's Roost in our combo, and I'll drop it in the stream?
Yeah.
I was fixing something, but I don't know what I was working on now. Too many things going on.
Blaze, I'm a simple man. I'm a simple being.
Simple being. I can't even see chat.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. I trust you.
All right.
Oh yeah, good enough. That's fine.
You got it? Okay.
I'm feeling pretty good about my chances. So I've said before, Nick and I are gonna do a series, I think this summer for Summer of Siege, called "Can You Solo Castle Zagyg?" and he's gonna run me through Castle Zagyg. I'm feeling pretty good about my chances of making it through.
Really?
I'm feeling pretty good about it.
So Davis. Oh, I'll fix it. It's not live.
I keep saying make it public, and it says public, and it won't do it.
I'll check into it. Let Papa Chuck fix it here. I see it up here. Wait, hold on. This is interesting.
Is this all going to be at GaryCon next year? Hopefully. Volumes
awesome.
1 through 3, maybe. Because those should be printing this summer. However, a lot more. It's tough to like impress to everyone, like the sheer amount of work involved in doing volumes 4 and 5. None of it's written. None of it is written. We're writing it from scratch with Gary's notes and the stuff that Gary wrote. So once we can get all of that written, really once Jeremy can get all of that written,
I grabbed a couple.
and then all get printed, then like the whole project will be available, but probably not in time for GaryCon. Maybe the first half.
Oh yeah, that better be available by then. Otherwise, we're gonna have a serious problem.
Yeah.
I really recommend The King of Elfland's Daughter.
Oh,
It's a lovely, very poetic piece of fiction about like elves and humans and like the fairy world.
I like elves. I'm writing that down.
It's very foundational.
Yeah, that's a really good
This is not fantasy, but this is gonna get Charles's attention right away. It's Hyro's Journey.
Oh my!
Which is,
There we go.
Very wacky, gonzo, post-apocalyptic in the flavor of Gamma World. It's a direct influence on Gamma World about a psionically endowed Catholic priest from Canada who rides on a horse, a moose horse hybrid called a morse, with his companion, a psychically enhanced black bear named Gorm.
Is that real? A Morse?
Yeah, this is all real.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's called a Morse, and they are on a quest to find a computer. The Broken Sword by Poul Anderson. This Harlequin romance-esque cover does not do it justice. Directly influenced by this story here. It's again like men and elves, but with trolls in the mix as well. It's about like a changeling and his human brother that gets swapped at birth, and it's I think it takes place in Denmark, like right at the just before the advent of Christendom. Like they're just starting to hear about that. Excellent material. Literally anything written by Jack Vance. I love The Dying Earth. I love Cudgel the Clever. I love Eyes of the Overworld. I love Ronaldo the Marvelous. Great stuff. This has informed me enormously in how to write like Gary, because this, I believe, was his favorite author. Jack of Shadows, Roger Zelazny. I'm reading this right now. Broken Sword is more of a saga than a fantasy novel. This I haven't finished yet, but it's excellent. The very first chapter, this guy called Shadow Jack, he's kind of like a demigod. He's like a thief who has supreme power when he's in shadow, not total darkness and not in light, on a world that's like kind of one half is all light, one half is all dark, and he's powerful at the rim. And in the very first chapter, he gets his head cut off. And in the next chapter, he wakes up on the west pole of the planet in what's called the Dung Pits of Glive. He's like, I don't know how much time has elapsed since I was killed, but I will get my revenge on the Lord of Bats. It's great. The language is really pithy and tight. And then this is after, Appendix N and everything, and the cover's fallen. It has literally fallen off. But Bloodstone by Carl Edward Wagner. This is dark fantasy. This is an evil protagonist. It's like if Conan was immortal and a sorcerer, and just was like, I have you're all like blips on the radar to me, and he just like comes out of the mist every now and again and is like, what? A lot of the fun is whenever he appears, a lot of the fun is figuring out what the hell he wants, because usually he's just like totally morose, like not doing anything, and then every 40, 60 years or so he'll suddenly something will grab his attention and he'll be driven into action. And in this one, it is a cult of Batrachian humanoids who worship a magical rock from space. So
sick.
Yeah, I am. I couldn't remember if I was live or not. So we should do some giveaways real quick. You guys want to do some midstream giveaways here?
That sounds
I can reset it. So let's do that. First off, we have a raffle going. If you've not gotten in it, hop in now. We're going to draw here in a moment. You have to come over here to twitch.tv/Trollord Games and not be Darewonder, the Omote, who's hanging out, unfortunately, in our chat, who fed Grace and Frank Malort during GaryCon, might I add.
Oh my
I
god.
blame you, sir. But anyway.
You
it's
all
another
have
story.
given me a taste for whiskey. I don't drink
Whiskey's
really,
good.
and I definitely don't drink brown liquor, but
darkest
I
of
don't
the
know.
dark liquors.
Whatever we had during Steve's big game, I gotta say it has lingered in my mind as being like pretty good.
That was a very expensive. I believe it was a whiskey.
Oh shit! Did I drink
It was
someone's
it was-
expensive whiskey?
It was well, I mean, yeah.
Oh
So
no!
did I. It was a Canadian whiskey, I believe.
So I got a couple of comments here I need to share real quick. First was from Gabrielle. It said, "Thank you, Jeremy. It's good to catch a fresh perspective from time to time. Very nice." Omote says that Malort is the drink of druids. And Rick Tyler says Malort is a violation of the Lake Geneva Convention. So there you go.
The Lake Geneva Convention.
All right, so I'm going to drop a link in here real quick while everybody's getting in the raffle. And this link will lead you to Drive Through RPG to get Chimera's Roost. It's an older version, but grab it. It's free. Davis has unlocked it on there, and I've got it. It's running, so go grab it and enjoy.
Like the link,
There it
like
is
and
right there.
subscribe.
I'm actually going to go ahead and pin that sweet thing. To,
Yeah, you do that,
Okay.
Chuck.
all right, calm yourself. All right, so you're awful. All right, where are we at here? There we go. Why do I not have? Put it in here too. Smart ass. Is that why? Oh, that's why, because it was highlighted. All right, so I've pinned it to the top of the chat too.
Woo.
Oh, you know what? I got another recommendation.
There it goes.
This one's criminally underread.
There we go. Now it's up there, so you can grab it. It's there. Thanks, Davis's chair for opening it up for everybody. That's sweet. Who doesn't like free stuff, right?
Chair stream.
I don't have a copy of it actually. I need to get a copy of that thing. I'm sure we'll be
Imaro.
fixing it. We'll be reforging. What have you got, Jeremy? What is that?
Imaro. It's
Imaro.
it's African sword and sorcery.
Let's go.
Oh,
It-
badass.
It's by someone who really knows his stuff.
You enjoyed it?
He uses a lot of Swahili and East African lingual groups terms.
Oh my god, I am
In the
digging
book.
this. This looks
And it-
badass, dude.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like the Carl Edward Wagner stuff in that it's
Sure.
exceedingly dark, but,
Yeah, but it's
this
it's
is a
jungle.
hopeful character. Well, no, he's in the savannah for most of it. In the second one, he gets into like jungle stuff. But
Yeah,
he's
I
like
saw that jungle
he
hero.
keeps his what do they call it? Is it ngombe, which is a term meaning cow. He has his cow. He has to keep his cow. All the men in his village have to watch their cow, and something very sad happens to that ngombe.
Oh, that is cheap, Ray. Sorry, two different conversations.
Who wrote Bloodstone? Carl Edward Wagner.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to do this giveaway real quick. We got Davis's up, and now we're going to do this one here. We're going to just go do some quick codes, and then I'll restart it. We'll keep going all day until there's no backer train, or
Sounds
we
awesome.
follow. Or whatever.
Well, we'll be all
Yeah.
dead by then because it's the whole thing that's in the thing.
That's true. That's all right.
We are,
Jeez, we're almost at
Well,
100K.
Yeah, we're about to hit 100K.
Are we really?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and do this, and we'll start fresh ones for the next stretch.
Woo woo woo.
If I can find what I'm doing.
I love talking about books. All of these books, to some degree or another, informed except for this one, but all the other ones informed the writing of Castle Zagyg, both for myself and I imagine for Gary as well, specifically because he recommended all of these books in Appendix N.
Savage said that you're becoming TLG's Gary Gygax scholar.
He is.
I don't know how to feel about that because I'm one of the few people in the company that hasn't met him. But you know,
hey, don't feel bad. I met him once, and it was in a line with shaking hands and signing something, and we went on.
Yeah,
about
you
our
just
business.
smoke and drink more. Yeah.
I wish I would have said someday I will work on your stuff, but I didn't have a clue about that, of course. So you know. So 100K. I got more work to do. So let's do these giveaways real fast. All right, I'm shutting them down. Here we go. Thank you very much, Ed. And I'm going to pull some $15 codes. These will be
$15. Can you believe it, people?
Yeah, we're going to pick some $15 codes, right?
$15.
Actually, let's do a couple of $10 PDFs, too. So the first couple, too, will be $10 PDFs, and then we'll do three $15. Now, there'll be a link that pops up in the Twitch chat here. That's our Discord. Obsidian Risk will get you taken care of if you're new to our Discord. It's a great place to hang out. Drink virtual Dr. Pepper, learn knowledge from Jeremy and other folks that hang out there. It's a great place. Most people in our stream right now hang out there, so it's really good. All right, so first winner for $10 PDF code would be the Viking GM, Tom Frisbee. All right, congrats, buddy. Congrats.
Heavens.
Next up is going to be for a $10 PDF, Savage Splendor. Rock on.
Woo-wee.
All right. Now, these next three will be for $15 straight up codes. Okay, you just use it for whatever. All right. And this will be Imp. Awesome. Congrats, Imp. Next up is
6.
Emergency Override. Rock on. There you go. Fantastic. Fantastic. And let's see. Our last one for right now is Chith or Sith. Sindrindle. You've been on the stream for years, and I cannot remember to pronounce that name, but congrats. All right, so go get your stuff, go to the Discord, grab your prizes, and I'm going to reset this. All right.
And we'll draw at the next 100,000.
Well,
How's there not?
I mean, according to you, we're going to do 400s, right? So
We're doing 400,000 a day. Yes.
All right, raffle's been reset. Type ! raffle over here on twitch.tv/strollergames. If you want to get into it, we're going to give some more stuff away. Who knows what we might have planned to give away on launch day? Who knows? I know everybody's trying to work today, but this is the day you call out sick, like I did. Wait, what?
Yeah, right.
All right, go, go, go. Fantastic.
You can't call out sick in the troll dens.
Watch me.
So, Jeremy, how far back are you willing to go for your reading?
Yes.
I haven't read this, but I don't have the Broken Sword over here anymore.
Okay.
I don't know where it is. So I went on Amazon to buy it.
Yeah.
But I mistyped and wrote the Broken Swords, okay, with an S. And the novel came out by George MacDonald from 1850s or 1860s or something like that. I read this snippet from the first 3 pages or whatever, and by the page 3, I think I was like, okay, I'm hooked. I want to see what goes on with this one. But the language, though, I mean, just read a portion of what's written, and it's hard.
The longer I read, the more I write, the more I read just for mastery over the medium rather than the nuts and bolts of the story. I think that's why I love Jack Vance's stuff so much. Like, the stories are very, very simple.
Yeah.
But the artistry in which he kind of presents them is so captivating. So yeah, no, I'll check that out. That sounds really good.
Yeah, I'll probably end up buying this rather than the Broken Sword.
You should buy the Broken Sword too. That's a great piece of work. That Broken Sword, but you got to get an earlier printing because he did re-edits on it. Because like most great works of sword and sorcery, it was written by a very angry young man who got less angry as he got older and pulled a lot of punches. And it's essential. You got to be mad at something to write something really, really biting.
Yeah.
And he softened it a lot.
So what printing? What year?
whatever year. I think it came out the same year as Fellowship of the Ring, so 1952.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Want to know what I'm reading?
What are you reading? Tell me, please.
It's about marketing.
Okay.
It's still in the box
right.
upstairs.
Shoza!
Oh, I can show you what I'm really reading.
It's about marketing.
Baron Durop gave me homework, and I haven't done it yet. Don't tell him.
Do you want a rope? 1981.
Might have been 1954. I'm not sure. I am reading
I thought it was 54. Oh,
Michigan Residential Code from 2015.
Nice.
It's a real page turner. And I'm reading Carpentry and Building Construction from our friends at McGraw Hill.
Those pages do turn.
They do.
Have you learned anything interesting?
No.
Have you
Glad
learned
you
anything uninteresting?
Yes.
Anything?
Oh.
Can you share a building licensing zoning fun fact?
When you're framing in a fireplace, you have to have a 2-inch gap between the stone and the timbers, because otherwise they'll get hot and catch fire.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
There's timber inside your fireplace?
Yes.
Well, the framing around it, yeah.
There's wooden fireplaces too.
Wondering on that, but it's probably true.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm studying to become a licensed contractor, Ray.
Please tell me that the chat has wanted a code book for Castle Zagyg that Jeremy is going to write.
A what?
Zoning
Dude,
laws.
okay.
Oh,
All right, now, I gotta tell you, reading this crap makes stuff like Zagyg a million times more funny. Because I'm just like,
Dude,
who would ever approve this?
we need a permitting and code book for Castle Zagyg.
I would just. You know what actually would be very funny is if there was like a bogus one that Zagyg wrote. It was like every flight of stairs must terminate in a pit of spikes, like stuff like that.
That'd be funny. I'd read it.
That would be hilarious.
There's your video game. You play a dungeon constructing crew, and you got to build a dungeon to code and have this gigantic
There's all these,
have
it's more
something.
and more ridiculous and complicated. Like we changed the code. You can't use, yeah. Your Maddox have to be, you have to wear this safety visor when using your Maddox to dig through solid stone now.
I see we broke 100,000.
Woo, 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 and 500 backers.
Yes, that is fantastic.
We're almost at
Is that us?
600.
Oh, that is, yeah.
557 backers.
Holy Lord.
Dungeon accounting for the discriminating gnome. I think that's going to be Davis's next project that he works on. Hospital lock right.
I was looking at the nerd map and saw the land of no purchase. Is that a land of misfit toys reference? Says K. James.
No purchase.
No creatures have been able to find any purchase thing. But that's what the Mariners call it.
There has been a lot of people ask about that lately for some reason.
I really got to get in the chat and catch up with the chat. Lando, you'll be glad to know that I got about 2 more days work on the Eveline sea lanes, and then it'll go to editing. It should be done Thursday.
That's awesome.
Sea lanes.
Yeah, that's why I asked about the current sea currents. I got to read up on that tomorrow because I got to include a section on that, so that makes sense. Jeremy brought out a copy of Hero's Journey, so Gamma World? Man, I'd love to do Gamma World. If we call it, I don't know, Echo World or something.
Well, what Alpha?
I'm guessing it's off of Gamma Ray. Isn't that a thing?
The gamma ray is the most radioactive or destructive ray.
Aside from Barsoom's 9th ray or 8th ray, I can't remember. Are there other rays that we could make a
alpha ray, beta ray, microwave?
We're gonna make microwave.
Gravitational waves.
There you go.
Temporal waves.
Everybody.
Maybe a time pit.
Ray Tails Ray.
Ray.
Gamma rays created the Hulk. That's right.
And Noah and R asks, are 1 through 3 still in the proofing process?
So 1 and 2 are laid out. However, we're going to print those off either this afternoon. Honestly, it's probably going to be tomorrow because we got a large ACD order we got to get the door. So Dakota will probably do those tomorrow, get those to Finn so he can begin the final proofing of the printed copies of volume 1 and 2. He's also working on the World Builders Archive. So I got kind of a hierarchy of books that are going to go through his churn to get all of this done. But yes, so they are. And then I don't think he has sent them over, but Jeremy will be sending me levels 2 and 3 here soon. And I will send those into the first round of editing as soon as he gets them.
So they're coming along.
They're coming along. Much, we wanted to be done at this point. I'm glad we had to put brakes on. We put that notice out a couple of weeks ago. Glad we did. It's going to be infinitely better the way we're going now. And it shouldn't be too long before volume 3.
No, they're going quicker. I finished. It took me forever to do 2 because I had to get up to speed. 3, I finished in like 2 or 3 weeks. It was pretty fast. And I'm going to be, 3A.
And this is all Jeremy is doing at this point, and Nick is his backup. Nick is helping as well.
Well, Chase and
Jason Mike, yeah, for sure, yeah. So we got a good team hammering away on it. So that I can do aired stuff.
Stephen, I'm sure you know how lucky you are, but I'm still going to say you don't know how lucky you are. Because you might, to some level, be like, yeah, I understand that's a lot.
Oh, yeah. Dungeons. I could do it. Probably it would take me longer because dungeons aren't my thing. Now, Davis can do it for sure. But dungeons just aren't up my... I'm not hugely fond of dungeons.
You'd be very terse.
Now, having said
says
that,
help.
Having said that, Castle Zagyg is a different. It's more of a setting than a dungeon. Got lots of rooms and stuff, but things like the Black Reservoir, all of there's all kind. I mean, when you get to level 16, maybe it's 15. I can't remember the Lightless Lake. There's a whole city out of the lake. There's all kinds.
Sure, yeah.
Kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah, it's a dungeon in the sense that it's filled with keyed rooms with monsters and treasure. But these dungeons these monsters have stuff going on.
Yes,
they have their schedule. They've got
it's a little bit.
They have their bosses.
It's a setting. It's not. No. And I think dungeons should be approached as settings rather than obstacles.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Davis, the chat asks, what is your next project? You're working on the engineering ships, boats thing now?
I'm working on my own project that I'm going to finish on my own, and I don't give a shit what anyone else says because I'm putting it on the schedule and I'm doing it.
Okay.
Amen.
I hope that answered your question.
I'm working on engineering boats. When I finish that, I think we have to discuss one project.
We got a couple.
We got a couple of things we got to finish. So there's what's on the docket for us: Barsoom, Alfstrag.
Yeah. I need your assistance on Alfstrag.
Mountain of big things.
Yes, mountain of big things. Yes.
So there's that. But this is what I'm working on. I've decided to take myself off all of the projects, and I'm just going to do this until I finish it. The Dragon's Crucible. And not only the Dragon's Crucible, I'm going to do the Dragon's Crucible, the RPG.
That's great.
Hey.
And Grace,
we'll use the siege.
The reason I was like this earlier when you said classless, it's classless.
Oh,
Siege engine classless.
Let's go, dude.
Oh, lordy.
I'm about to be all over it. I'm getting in there. Amode asked if there is a big full fold-out map going to be included in each of these volumes. It's going to be like a number of handouts.
A series of maps. Yeah.
Yeah, the maps are all 11 by 17. There's 9 in volume 4 and 11 in volume 5.
This is ridiculous.
To
hear you say that, I'm like, it can't be that much. And then I'm like, it is that much.
In all, it's like 40 fold-out maps, 8.5, or not 11 by 17, not 8.5 by 11. Sorry, 11 by 17 fold-out maps. Each level will be put on an 11 by 17.
And we're tentatively doing the illustration booklets.
I think there is a map booklet in there, Chuck.
Well, no, the illustrations booklet.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, different. Yes. Yeah. So we'll do those. I think we already picked an artist out. I can't remember now.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him. I know you sent him some stuff. You sent me some rough stuff.
I can't even remember.
Looked great. What I saw, he bashed them out in like an afternoon. But
I know you guys out there on the stream hear this a lot, but we're very close. As soon as the World Builder archives, and I get the 9th book will be on my desk. If not today, then by tomorrow. They're doing their final pass. So of the 10 books, 9 are done and just doing their final layout, editing, proofing, all that stuff. So those will be print ready very, very soon. The 10th book, I got to get a hold of Mel and see where we are on the art on that. But we are as soon as these things, the first 3 volumes of Zagyg are done in the next 2 months, and then World Builders Archives done, things open up a little bit for us. So it'll ease somewhat. Not for Jeremy for a little while, but it'll ease for the rest of the crew. It has already eased for the mailroom, so that's a good.
Well, I guess we got to count our victories where we can, huh?
Yes, absolutely.
True.
Enough that I told, and Davis, you'll appreciate this, I told Dakota this morning over lunch that later this week we're going to go down and begin cleaning out the storage. So it's the overhaul continues.
Why are you? Wait. I have no, just leave it.
No, dude, it is mad chaos down there, and it's getting worse with each passing week as we move stuff around. And then there's a lot of stuff that we've got to decide to do with. There's like 600 copies of the 3rd printing of the Castle Keeper's Guide, and we don't sell those anymore for obvious reasons. But we got to figure out what to do with those things. There's volumes. We ran out of volume 2 of the ERB art set, so we could do volumes 1, 3, and 4. So what do we do? And we got about 30 each of those volumes.
How do you run out of 30 volume 2?
So the printers have, and it's in the contracts, they have a 10% underage to do. And they always ask me, would you rather us do overage or print? And I'm like, yeah, just print whatever you got to do. So volume 2 ended up on the rare, I think it was actually very accurate to what we numbered it. And then what we ordered, and then volume 1, 3, and 4, there was more of. And then a box of volume 2, I remember the distinctly, extraordinarily heavy boxes. I think it was about 75 pounds. It fell and crushed a whole line on the corner.
Oh God!
So that was done.
Now,
So
all those extra books, and I know that this structurally is not sound. Jeremy, correct me if I'm wrong.
No, what?
Yeah, no, is they would make great retaining walls.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you'd have to run like rebar through them or something, but
yeah, but hold them in place. They're heavy enough, heavy duty.
We will bring them. We will bring them to you, Davis. Dakota and I will get in the truck this afternoon and bring them to you.
you should make like a big throne out of them.
There you go. You know, funny you should say that. When we lost the license to the Gygax stuff in the beginning, we had just printed the 2nd round of Book of Names, and we had about 1,000 of them. So we moved them out, and we moved them over. So Mark was going to dispose of them, but he built this huge chair of boxes in his living room of Book of Names. It was really funny.
Thank you, Ghoul.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking to think of how many Book of Names. Anyway, never mind.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Don't think about it.
Yeah, it was a black day at Trummer.
Chris says, do a scratch and dent on old editions. I still have my 1st edition player's handbook and numbered white box set. I'm sure people would pick them up.
Ooh.
That may end up, once Dakota and I get in there and get numbers on things, we may end up doing something like that.
Oh yeah, like it's like the 3rd copy of the CKJ. We're not selling it. I mean, it's on print, so just.
Yep.
Oh, hey, Jeff is here. Hi, Jeff.
Jeff, how's it going, man? Jeff Talanian is in the house.
Oh my God!
Thank you
Wow.
for the kind words.
Very, very cool.
Jeff, why did you
What's
set
up,
the
Rocker?
bar so high? I have to work hard now.
That's what Jeff
Your
does.
work is too good.
His work is great. In fact, I enjoyed the summer game last year. I was so lucky to finally be able to play with you and not be working the con, right? So it was pretty awesome. Even though I had to sign a shoebox during the game, which was weird.
That'll be a tradition now, right?
I don't. They want it. They're trying to make
They
it.
want
that
it,
way.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you want me to do? Buy a new pair of shoes every year? I don't really normally do
I mean,
that.
you should wear, you know. I need new shoes.
Jesus. Well, y'all can just when you get shoes, why everybody just ship their boxes to me? And
Everybody pledge so I can buy shoes. I have holes in them.
Well, we're coming up on 110,000.
Rithian, absolutely. Thank you, Jeff, for all your contributions.
Hey,
Sorry,
speaking of cons, who's going to ReaperCon?
Nobody.
Never heard of
Nobody.
ReaperCon.
Grace clearly is it going?
I don't know what that is.
ReaperCon in Denton, Texas. Reaper Miniatures.
ReaperCon.
Reaper.
Reaper. I thought you
Like
said
the
River.
miniatures.
Don't fear the Reaper. Yeah.
RiverCon is just Steve's big game.
RiverCon.
We should, Dakota's got a boat. We should play a game on Dakota's boat.
Oh God.
If you die, you get thrown over the board.
Question:
What
Is
is
it
he
possible to
saying?
include just the plain text of the volumes with the digital download? I think not.
No.
I don't know how that. Chuck and I've talked about it before. We can look at that. That's a different thing, but we might be able to. I'd have to talk to Peter too to see what kind of unlayout you'd have to do to make that happen. And I think
It
it's
is
extreme.
already a monumental undertaking, unfortunately.
Yes.
Putting it together is so much work that taking it back apart
Right.
is just as much work.
It's
Yeah.
though in TLG's corner is Peter Bradley, who does not sleep. We're relatively certain he's a fan.
No, but he's also got a lot on his plate.
He does have a lot on his plate. And I love how
he
if
is.
he was here, he would defend himself. But every time I say, we need this, then he goes, just give it to me, I'll do it. Peter, you've got 4 years of work. Stacked up on your
He
desk.
doesn't give a shit. He
Oh,
rocks.
he doesn't give a shit.
No.
Chris Blue Flame, that was the original white box set. We did, I want to say it was 1,100. It might have been 1,000. The first 100 of those white boxes had stickers actually on the top because we got them out at Gen Con and they didn't come back to the printer. So we just bought some white boxes and then we stickered them. And they had 3 books, maybe 4. I think it was just 3 books, a crayon, and a set of dice, and then a flyer was in them. There's a monster book, the Player's Handbook, and the Rising Knight. Yeah, because there's no CKG in those days, so it was just the 3 books. Oh, very cool, Chris Blue. So the first 300 were called the Spartan 300, and they were all signed by me, Davis, and Peter Bradley, which is one of the very few times Peter has signed because he moved to England so many years ago. But that is very cool that you've got one of those. Very cool.
Oh yeah, those are pretty. Rare.
Yep, pretty real. All right, on that note, we are going to wind down. Everybody's got to get back to it. I want to thank everybody for coming out for the stream.
We got another. We got another giveaway we got to do.
Oh, no, do a giveaway, Chuck.
Yeah.
Well, we did one for the 100K. We assumed we'd be here for 8 hours. We didn't know. You were gone.
Oh. I'm not going to be here for 8 hours.
He doesn't want us to do that.
Hey,
Jeremy.
we hit 110,000. Woo!
110.
I know I can't, but I really like to because my brain is going. I got smoke coming out of my ears.
Well, Grace and Chuck, if you guys want to stay on for another 6 hours.
No, I got work to do.
We will play some World of Warcraft.
There you go.
Do some
Play some Dark Souls.
Troll Guild nonsense.
Davis, let's play some Dark Souls.
There you go, David.
I can get that out.
Did that not stick?
How can I check
So-
if I win the raffle? It will be you'll see yourself tagged in
It'll
a
tell you.
message here in chat. Don't you worry.
Oh,
Oh, we'll do the giveaways right now. We'll get them
Yeah.
done. We'll just go ahead and do them now if you want to. I was trying to update this thing.
Thank you
Give
for
me
the
just a
follow,
second.
Barek.
I am going to step out. I want to thank everybody for showing out today. This has been fantastic. Great showing over here on Twitch and on the crowdfunding campaign. Thank you all for diving in and spread the word. Let everybody know. Get in on the engagements. They've got a whole new engagement thing going on over there at Patrick King. So definitely dig into that. And we will see you soon. That's it. I will try to get on notation here, or Notion, or whatever it is, soon.
Thank you.
Take it easy, everybody.
Bye.
Davis, mute your shit.
I kept trying.
Yeah, what's he doing? What's going on?
Hold on.
What?
Just close it. What is it?
Is it Dark
God.
Souls?
Went to open up Dark Souls and I opened up.
Why would you open up Dark Souls?
Because I said to do it.
Not on a live stream, though, bro.
Because I said to do it. Oh yeah,
I know. That's why Steve left. He left me and Grace here to handle YouTube. God bless.
Pat that boy on the head. The Secret of Weepstone demo.
Huh?
It showed up. It looks really cool. I think look it up. It looks really cool. Anyway, whatever.
Console.
We need to set up that thing though.
Oh,
World of
yeah, that was
Warcraft.
awesome.
The Weepstone?
I'm honestly on the fence
Yeah, it
about
does.
doing it right now.
Doing what?
Setting up a World of Warcraft guild. For trolls. A troll guild on World of Warcraft.
But we have to do World of Warcraft vanilla, like the old World of Warcraft, yeah.
Classic.
Make a RuneScape guild. WoW's in a lull right now.
WoW's in a lull? Didn't
There's
they have like
no-
a bunch of new stuff come out?
I don't know. It's
Who
what
knows?
someone told me.
I think
Secondhand.
they're,
And I parroted it as a fact.
their user base is back up since they did the release of the Classic, because a lot of people were playing Classic and whatever and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
The classic was a very good move.
Jeez, I just realized it's 3:15 here where I live. What the heck? What
Yeah.
happened to the day? Oh my
We spent it celebrating Castle Zagyg.
Wow. Holy shit. That's crazy. Alright. I think I got everything updated on the campaign. Gotta fix and swap out some managers for some stuff. But other than that, we're in pretty good shape, I think.
All right, everybody, roll up some
Very
characters. We're going to Castle Zagyg.
Let's do it. Let's just
do
stay
it.
on here. I'll stay and play.
3d6
I do.
right now.
Give a
I tell
shit.
you what, if you get on like in an hour, I'll give me an hour nap. I'll come back and play.
It's up to Steven whether or not I'm okay to do that. I don't know. Let me finish this level and then
I could finish some work as well, but
yeah.
I'd rather take a nap and play. I think it would be fun.
What do you all think in TV land?
Yeah.
Put up a
think-
poll.
I actually look forward to like trying to go through a dungeon crawl because I haven't done it in so long. I feel like a newbie doing it. Hundreds of mistakes. We'll see what's gonna happen.
Hey, Lorca Zumba, welcome in. How's it going, buddy?
Hey,
What
Jay.
level would you want to do, Jeremy?
Well, if we started with the levels that I wrote, I think it's like 3rd to 4th level would be good.
Okay.
But like any good dungeon, you can cut about 6 levels deeper very quickly. So,
I think we should do an all rogue party. Or
uh,
excuse me, all thief party.
thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know that that'd be particularly interesting to watch. It'd be very effective, but
Oh, I don't know.
all
I think we
monk
can make it
party,
interesting.
all paladins.
I've got the stream open in another browser so I can kind of watch while I'm doing stuff. And I have to switch tabs so much that I've been watching this Jeff Goldblum commercial for like an hour. It won't reset until you watch the whole
Yeah,
thing.
you got to
right?
fix the thing. Yeah.
I'm just like, you know, look over, he's talking to me about apartments. I'm like, great. This is fantastic.
We're gonna get some apartments in Castle Zagyg.
I'm going to force myself to watch this commercials.
You gotta sit there like a good boy and watch your advertisement.
I guess. Oh, there's Jeremy. There we go.
My condolences.
All right, so let's do those other giveaways because I guess we do need to get out of here. I didn't realize how late it was. I was thinking it was like 1:30 or 2. I really didn't know what time it was. So,
Let's do
you
it.
go for that, guys? We'll just do the giveaways. All right,
Sounds good.
Sure, giveaway.
All right. Dave's gonna take a nap. God bless him. All right. So if you've not gotten in over here at twitch.tv/TrollLordGames, give us a follow. X% raffle. We'll get you in this next raffle. And we'll raffle off a few $10, a few 15s, and I'll give away a 25 as well. So use them on the store. And then after the campaign's over with, I'll be looking for a job after I've given away half the store. Let's see. There we
Thank you, Lord Pastor.
Very cool. Thank you.
Thanks for the follows, guys, and all the support. You guys are awesome. Does the $300 Castle Zagyg Volumes 4 and 5 include 2 copies of each book, regular and leather?
I don't know.
Yes. Yeah, if it's leather bound, you get a print copy that is leather bound. Absolutely. So you would get
But
2
you get a
copies.
normal one too.
Right, so you can beat that one up or whatever in your games, and then you put
I was
the nice
asking
one on
you.
the shelf. Yeah. Aren't thieves only in the adventurer's backpack? That is correct.
Yes.
Well,
Correct.
yes, but
Here it comes.
the first levels of Castle Zagyg were written before the Adventurer's Backpack was produced, and Gary makes it in the intro explains that he's going to call all rogues thieves because, God damn it, he doesn't feel like changing it. And because I guess his vision of that archetype is much more nefarious.
Yeah.
Right.
And so thief felt more accurate.
That makes
So,
sense.
when I'm saying thief in those books, I'm talking about the rogue class.
Soul, sorry, but you have to
Yeah.
be over on Twitch in order to participate in the raffle. We only have
Unfortunately.
the software over here on Twitch.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
But you can certainly come and hop in and do it and leave. That's what I tell people to do all the time. So, yeah, for sure. Let's see here. Oh, I forgot to check an email.
Oh, I should open my email today.
Check your tasks. Check your tasks.
Oh, I'll open Notion.
Oh shit! Are we supposed to open our emails too?
Yeah?
I mean, I don't know if you should or not. I need to get in there and clean it out.
I
been
did
a
a
bit.
few weeks ago.
Did you?
Yeah, it's fine. I'll
Any
get in
tests
there
in
at
here?
some point and do it again. And no one emails me.
Which
I
is
mean,
flaky.
I was like, I'm so dead set on not emailing.
That can't be
anyone
true.
anything.
Do you all see?
Yeah, I hear you.
Do you all see what I deal with?
Oh, interesting. Alucard says Rogue is a title for a level 3 thief.
Well, yeah.
So you've got that version as well running around.
There's
Hey,
the
Devin.
difference- But the difference, like, sort of,
Oh,
between the
interesting.
What?
Varsuk says, though oddly, the book Gord the Rogue instead of Gord the Thief. That's interesting. That's a cool trivia thing right there, you know? Next time you're in a local bar and you want to give out some trivia and ask folks about, you know, Gord the Rogue versus thieves in Castle Zagyg, you may get a lot of excitement. Maybe.
What's that? What are the
Insert-
other words for pickpocket or
Is Davis a halfling? He looks so small.
You do look very tiny.
He looks not just your length. You're just like, you know.
You're very small in the frame, the composition.
Now you're just getting silly.
Yeah, I can't fix the composition on the thing.
Oh my gosh.
It
Cut
won't.
purse.
It doesn't work. And I can. Whoa! Hey, what did I do? Can you
I don't
see
know.
me?
He's gonna hurt his back probably or some shit.
I can see your eyebrows and the top of your head.
Yeah. You almost was on the floor. That's hilarious. All right, let's get these giveaways done. I think we've spilled enough time. I got some here. Let's see.
I
Where
keep
we at?
throwing-
All right,
I
I'm gonna
keep
close these out.
throwing camera and microphone, but it just keeps. That's 4 years in now. It's not happening.
Get in there, my Lord. No, you're actually not at fault, Derek. That's Sean's fault, not yours. I know I give you a lot of the blame, but
Campaign. Who's tagging me in things?
Why is everyone so tired?
oh, I don't know, because I was up till like midnight last night working. Exhausted. I got up at 7. I clocked in at 7 this morning.
So I've tried this new thing, and it is utter. I started in November, and it has failed utterly, absolutely miserably. I'm trying to go to bed at 8 to 10 o'clock and get up early
Yeah,
and
right.
like work. It's an absolute staggering, miserable failure. Productivity has collapsed to near fucking zero on everything. So I'm going back to bed at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and getting up at 12 at midnight. And working
You're a
that
sick man.
direction. There is no reason to be awake during the daytime. No reason to be awake at night.
The
Are
sunlight.
you trying to say you're a vampire
people-
now, officially?
It's hard to go to sleep though in the summer at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the afternoon because it's like
Yeah.
120 degrees outside.
It's hot.
Yeah, and it's
All right, I'm going to block these out here. We're going to close the entries out, and then we'll do the drawings. A link will come up in the chat. And if you are not familiar with our Discord, it will take you to our Discord, and Obsidian Risk will get you some codes. And we'll be watching too. Just ask someone if you're new to the Discord. You can DM him. The instructions will pop up in the chat as well, along with the link. So you can check that out. Here we go. We'll get these done. Boom. All right. First two winners will be for $10 PDFs on the store. First one's going to be Moxhow, who doesn't need one. Damn it, Frank. All right, he's been booted. Next
Classic
up,
Frank.
Classic Frank. Lord Pastor, there you go. Congratulations. That's a new name. Awesome. Congrats. Another $10 PDF is going to be TM Cricket, another new name. Awesome. There you go. So use that $10 to get you something off the store PDF-wise. There's probably an adventure or something. You can get the free book, of course. We got several free books actually in our store. You ever want to go in there and just sort by price, and you'll see all kinds of good shit for free. All right, moving on to the $15 codes. We're going to do two of those. First winner is going to be Callus. Haven't seen him in a bit. Good to see you. You have one before, I think. So you know the drill, but there's the link in the cord. You can just go ahead and use Obsidian Risk. We'll get you contacted. Our next $15 code off the store will be DM Sinther. Congrats, DM Sinther. He actually runs a shop that does third-party Castles and Crusades. See this stuff all the time.
It's pretty exciting.
Yeah. Congrats. And then for our final $25, it will be. Are you back at number one, Callus? Rock on.
Let's go.
That's awesome. Let's go. Next up for $25. Boom! It's Omote. Holy shit! That happened. $25, bro.
Woo.
That is awesome. Omote's one of our original testers of CNC back in the day.
Nice.
That is awesome.
Very cool.
That is fantastic. Yeah, that's nuts. Oh my goodness, that is something else.
It's cuckoo bananas.
Almost has been
Cuckoo
playing
bananas.
CNC for almost as long as we've been in business.
That's crazy.
He
You know,
he has a really good set of rules. Almost, you should link the set of rules somewhere.
yeah, advanced Castles and Crusades. I was on there not too long ago, still. Looking at some stuff.
Yeah, they're a really good set of rules. So
Let's see if I can find it. Look at that. Popped up on. That's right. You moved it. I remember now. You moved it somewhere. Here we go. I'll drop it in the link. You guys are curious about advanced Castles and Crusades. Go check out our brother Omo. He has an amazing website right here. It's pretty cool. I use some stuff. I developed some of my stuff for the crafting off of him, actually. Yeah. So check it out. Right there it is. Yep. Yeah, he's one of a kind, that's for sure. All right, guys, listen. We're going to hop out of here. I'm getting some summons. I need to go do some stuff. So let's go. We'll be back later. I don't know if we'll have a stream. I forgot to ask him about the stream tonight or not. We'll see what's happening. We may be back later. We may not. I don't know. But we'll certainly be on more this week. You remember the last campaign we were on a lot, right, Grace?
Oh, yeah. We'll be on.
A lot.
We'll be.
And I think we've got some cool stuff planned the next few weeks. We're going to game with Jeremy, and he's going to kill us. It's going to be great. It'll be fun. Yes, and congrats to all the winners. Thanks you so much for everybody that won. Okay, for that, we're going to take it out of here. You guys have a great afternoon. Thank you so much.
And thank you all for participating. This is literally 54 years in the making, I think.
Yes, it's huge. This is it, you know?
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
It was
So,
a big
anyways.
project, so thank you all for the support. We're very
Oh, yes.
excited to
And
see
thanks for
all of
everybody
it.
that's been involved in the past and in the future and now, you know, everybody that
Yeah.
supports it, the community, the writers, the editors, Gary. God, thank you, Gary. It's going to be awesome.
You all made this
So
possible, and not only with like your active support of this, but also with your extensive, gracious patience on Act 1 and just like being so cool about like acknowledging that this is a huge project.
Stop
There's a
asking
lot
me when
of
it's done. It'll be
stuff.
done when I'm finished writing.
So there's a lot of stuff. So, yeah, it's all good.
All right.
All right,
On
folks.
that note,
We're going to get out of here. Y'all have a great one. Trolls